Disclosure. Sober. Disclosure. Breezy's a slut.
Can we like it in the butt?
Are you or someone you know looking for support in recovery? Taste Recovery is your go-to directory for sober resources. Whether you're searching for treatment centers or sober living communities, Taste Recovery connects you with the right tools and support to help you on your journey. With a user-friendly platform and a comprehensive list of resources, Taste Recovery makes finding the help you need easier than ever. Start building your path to a healthier, sober life today. Visit tasterecovery.com to find the resources that work for you. Taste Recovery, your first step to a lasting positive change. Hi everyone, I'm Breezy.
And I'm Jimmy.
And we are
Sober.
Disclosure.
I feel like you do disclosure and I do sober.
No.
It didn't sound right.
Well, that's what it is.
And we're here with
JMO.
What up?
I just met him. Oh no, I met you at a party.
Yeah.
This is the second time I met him.
Yeah.
How's the second impression?
Better than the first.
Mm-hmm.
Because you didn't even remember meeting him.
I don't remember.
Don't take it personally. Jimmy, I feel like, doesn't remember many things.
I don't remember.
I remember you.
Oh, you did remember me.
I did remember you.
That's
yeah.
so
Thank
sweet.
you.
Okay, so JMO, I call you JMO. Do you want to be called JMO throughout this, or would you prefer to be called Jonathan?
We'll keep it to JMO.
Okay,
We don't know who's watching.
Okay, so how much time sober do you have?
I have 4.5 years.
4.5 years. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's incredible. Is this your first time getting sober?
No, this is like the 15th time.
15th time?
Yeah.
15.
Have you ever had significant amount of sobriety, or is this the first time?
Nothing more than like 90 days.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so then
that's
this is
really
the first
good.
time.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so I like to ask this question. What's different this time? Like, what made it stick?
I mean, I just did what everyone told me to do. I got a sponsor and I did what was suggested, and yeah, I stopped going back home, most importantly, to Arizona.
Oh.
So I stayed in Orange County. I stayed put for a while, sat on my hands.
Okay.
Where before you would go back.
Yeah, I'd catch a Greyhound home with marijuana.
Oh, like fully knowing you were going home because you wanted to get loaded.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I stayed put this time.
So that was like a routine you always did.
100%, yeah.
Jimmy loves the routine.
I want to figure out people's routine and then how you broke it, which you just didn't go back home.
Yeah.
That's one of them.
I mean, I got paid to go to like most treatment centers, so I'd always get the money and then I'd leave, you know.
You
From
got
your parents?
paid to go to treatment
Yeah.
by the treatment center?
Not by the treatment center directly, but I was part of the big dance, you know, the insurance fraud.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I was a victim.
Wait, this is actually, I love this stuff. I've never actually met anyone who was paid. How did it work? I want to hear about this.
I just met a guy who would pay me thousands of dollars to go to residential treatment for 30 days.
What's his name? I'm just kidding.
Wait, so how did he find you?
I'm just going to AA meetings.
No.
Yeah, it was really bad in LA, and then people were
You met him in LA, not Arizona?
Met him in LA, yeah. So
Oh my god.
I originally came out here for treatment, and then to try to get help, and then it turned into
The shuffle.
the shuffle, yeah.
Wow.
And then I bounced around for like 6 years.
That's crazy.
All in Southern California, or they
Yeah.
were like sending you to
No,
other places?
No, just Orange County. I mean, just LA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then the first time I came to Orange County, second time I stayed sober.
Whoa.
Well, good thing you didn't die.
I know, it was close. It was close.
Well, 15 times, you're like a cat.
You do have 9 lives.
Yeah.
So-
oh, I thought it was 15. It's 9?
It's 9 lives.
Oh.
9. 15's close.
I mean, he's like almost
Double
dead.
cat?
2 cats. 2 dead cats.
2 pussies.
Oh my I told you the comedic relief.
Yep.
Okay, wait. So you were with this man who was getting you in and out of treatment. Did you go to treatment 4.5 years ago with that same guy?
No. It was different this time.
Okay, so give us the story. What happened?
Why I got sober this time? Like what?
Yeah, but like how did you
How'd you break
free
that routine of wanting
of
money
that guy?
and stuff?
Yeah.
He just stopped answering the phone because he didn't want to go to jail, I think.
Oh.
So we just did it organically.
Oh, because 4.5 years ago, that's when everyone was kind of getting
busted.
exposed.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
being thrown in jail.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So what happened?
Why I got sober, I was doing dirty methamphetamine and I lost my mind for the last time. Yeah. And full-blown psychosis, ripping my apartment apart. I had a cat, tried to kill my cat. And then,
Oh my god.
Yeah. And then
What do you mean you tried to kill it?
I thought my cat was like a demon. Yeah.
I don't like cats.
They are the closest thing to Satan, apparently. I just heard that.
Okay.
I'm just
The
saying.
doorway.
I'm
The
just saying.
doorway.
The doorway to Satan? A
Right.
cat? I don't
I
know.
think so.
I heard it on a podcast, I think, so who knows
Really?
if it's true.
The
Yeah.
spiritual one?
I don't know. Okay, wait, so you went to treatment, though?
Yeah, I went to treatment.
Okay.
I was living with a girl. We both went to treatment. They accepted us as a couple, separate rooms. And then...
Were you looking for a treatment center that would take couples?
Absolutely.
Okay, because I have people messaging Taste Recovery all the time
Mhm.
asking for couples treatment, couples sober living, and I'm like, no, I refuse to put that on
Yeah.
Taste Recovery because I don't think it works.
They
I don't
used-
think it's a good idea.
It used to be very, it was a lot of places would do it. So.
There was, and people, like the place I went to tried it, but it didn't work. And they also tried what is it called when you live in the same thing?
Sober living.
Bisexual? No, but when you two sexes live under one roof.
A co-ed.
A co-ed. And it didn't work. And then they sent me in, the only gay, so then I guess what? I could just be the neutral.
Oh, yeah.
Be like, oh, you're not supposed to do that. I don't know. I didn't care. Okay, so yeah, I don't like that either.
Yeah.
I
don't
think
it's
women, the children one with the moms or the dads is good, but not the couple ones.
Yeah.
good. Yeah, especially if you are getting loaded together.
Yeah, it wasn't as bad as it could have been. I mean, we were not healthy for each other, so we kind of just stayed away from each other in treatment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then boom, she's like, I'm pregnant, and I'm like, oh fuck.
Oh, while she was in
Yeah, while
treatment,
we were-
you guys found out.
Yeah, we were still technically detoxing.
Did you get tested?
Yeah. I got
DNA?
no.
Oh.
I
don't know.
Oh.
Who knows?
Like, is he the real dad?
Yeah.
Oh no,
okay.
yeah, he's my kid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's my kid. Follow me on Instagram, you'll know he's my kid.
Okay.
He is the cutest thing ever.
Really?
Yeah,
He's
he
good.
really is.
Yeah.
So you guys found out you were having a child, 10 days sober?
Yeah, roughly 2 weeks into treatment, so 14 days sober.
Okay, so then that probably threw you for a loop. What did you do? Who did you talk to? Did you have a sponsor?
What were you thinking?
Yeah.
So I got a sponsor. I knew a guy out here, and he's the only person I knew, and I was like, yeah, I should probably do something different. And at that time, I was like, I didn't want to stay sober. You know what I mean? The plan wasn't to go to treatment this time and change my life dramatically, because it's why would I do that?
Mm-hmm.
There was no reason for me to do that. Why would I start doing it now? You know? And then she hit me with that, and I don't know. I met a bunch of good guys in that residential program, and they kind of surrounded me, and they're like, dude, you got to get a sponsor. This girl's going to keep the baby. You're fucked if you don't, you know?
Yeah,
and then it just changed my perception, you know? What I wanted to do was leave and get on a Greyhound and go back to Arizona, but I didn't. I stayed put. And
The routine.
The routine,
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you feel like if you didn't find out you were about to have a child, you would have done that?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. 100%.
So he kind of saved your life.
Yeah. A lot of people are like, oh, your kids don't keep you sober.
They do.
For me, it
They do
helps me
sometimes,
get
yeah.
sober.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's not going to keep you
sober.
but-
Yeah.
I
But
stood
he's-
at the turning point,
Yeah.
like they say. I had
Yeah.
a decision to make, and I wasn't capable of making a decision for myself. So I think God intervened and
Yes.
did it for me.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And you were like, oh, fuck.
A
Okay.
Yeah.
conscious decision.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did that make you want to stay with her?
No.
Sorry.
No. Yeah. I mean, with all due respect, she's great.
I know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
She's amazing.
Yeah, great
But
mom.
at that time, we hated each other.
Mm.
You know what I mean? It was so bad. There was so much shit that happened. So
While you guys were
Yeah.
you guys
Yeah,
were
of course.
in your addictions
we
together.
tried. We completed the residential program, went back to Arizona, packed up our apartment, and then we went back to a sober living together. And then
back to California.
back to California. And then that's whenever we split up was in that.
So then when you guys split up, how much time did you guys have?
Well, I started house managing at like 35 days sober, so a month.
That's not suggested.
Yeah.
But keep going.
Yeah, that's not suggested. It was a lot of fun though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was telling people what to do, and I only had 30 days sober. Yeah.
That's
And so what,
crazy.
you guys met up with each other, you guys all came up with this together, or you had support? Like, were you like, people were like, you need to talk to her, you need to, you know, so you can stay sober?
You know, I had a little bit of direction, but the most important thing, like anybody was telling me to do, was like find a men's meeting, find a home group, work your steps. And that's what I did. Like, until Rowan was born, like, I just stayed busy in AA. I mean, her and I, we were toxic at each other's throats. So the only beautiful thing I had that I could hold on to was AA, you know? So I just got really busy.
And the men's stags are really good.
Yeah.
They're good, because then you can have support there. I bet you a bunch of guys there probably went through the same thing.
Yeah, most definitely.
Ooh.
Saved my life.
Yeah.
I feel like it saves your life, but there also had to have been a lot of fear.
Oh, I was so scared. Yeah. Yeah, I remember sitting at a meeting one time and I was like, I'm about to have a kid. I don't have any money. I'm a server.
You're like 9 months sober, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, when he was born, he was born in 2021. I got sober in 2020, so I had a little over a year. And I'm like serving tables.
And by you sharing that in the meeting, did people come up to you and surround you? And what was the help you got because of sharing that in the meeting?
I mean, to be honest, people started calling me more. People started calling me more. I just made real friends. You know what I mean? Like, genuine friendships with males, which I never have had, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's always just been, how can I get something from this person, you know?
Because you did the yes drug.
Yeah.
Which means, you know, you would do anything for the drug. So you needed healthy relationships with straight male.
Jimmy also.
Just kidding.
Yeah. We're going to block this part out, but yes.
Wait, what?
No.
I don't think JMO's a blocking person.
No.
I think he doesn't care. He doesn't care.
I don't give a shit.
Jimmy likes to try to get all of the straight men on this podcast
to admit
to
that
having
gay
sex.
sex.
Yeah.
No gay sex.
If they were on meth. Did you look at tranny porn?
No.
You're so boring.
No, I will say I did.
Stick your finger in your butt.
No, I'll be honest. No, I did make a Grindr account, and
While you were sober or in addiction?
Addiction.
Oh, okay. Oh my God, look at Jason.
I made a Grindr account that said single or straight white boys selling teen or.
I know. Yeah, you're trying to.
I was trapping.
You're trying to get us to do stuff.
No.
Wait, you were selling what?
No, he was on there because he wanted to sell to the gay people.
Yeah, I was selling meth to gay people. Yeah.
So then what I would come in and do with my friends is contact him, offer him a drink, and add G to it, and then... I already made living amends. Okay, keep going.
Oh my God.
Keep going. Oh my God, I'm gonna get canceled.
Yeah, you are. It's okay. That never happened to me.
I think it's
Jesus.
Oh my God. Okay, Damon knows everything, so I don't care. And I blocked my nephews, because you know what my nephew said? He goes, I love one-star motels and meth. And then his mom goes, he listened to your podcast. He's like 13. They're crazy. And I was like, block.
Yeah.
You can't block him off of YouTube or Spotify or
You
anything.
can't find it on YouTube.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, he just
It's
saw it on our Instagram.
Because our Instagram promotes it.
Oh my God.
Hey, I just want to make one thing clear. That
This is
never
about
happened.
JMO. This is about JMO. Okay, go. We know. We're just joking.
No, I know.
We know you're not gay or had gay sex. Okay, keep going. For meth.
Those are fun.
For fun.
We're just kidding. I'm sorry.
Curveball.
I know. This is not a podcast that like is ever gonna get anyone sober.
No, I mean
It is literally just to like
experience, strength, and hope.
It's make humor out of such a dark fucking world that we all live in.
I'm the sickest person I know. So this is the perfect podcast for me.
Oh, that's the people we want. If you're like JMO, hit us up.
Yeah, I'm fucked up. In the head.
Same, literally. I'm dying inside every second that we're here right now.
Okay, you sober.
Yeah. I'm sober. Sober me.
So literally, the fact that you were able to get through. I mean, obviously, I am. Like, it makes sense that you're about to have a child, but so many people, like, that doesn't do it. You know what I mean? Like, I know so many people that are like, oh, I'm having a kid. I literally don't care. I'm going to still go get loaded.
I
you know?
legit had a spiritual experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's on the flip side, it's like I had someone help me who went through it, and I listened to them, and life worked out for me. But then I have these guys that I sponsor who don't fucking listen, and they just throw everything away, you know. So it's hard, you know what I mean? Because I'm like, dude,
it is hard.
You want this great life, but
you're not willing.
You're not willing, man.
Yeah, that's.
You know what? I just learned. Well, not just maybe like a year ago about the sponsees not listening. Like I just learned, like I just have to like. It's not that you don't care. It's just you have to just give it away.
Yeah. I think there was a patch. There was a patch for me. Like, so fast forward, I did move to Florida now. I live in Florida now, so I didn't have a sponsee for 5 months, and all I did was pray for one, and I really wanted one, and now I have one, and he's a horrible human being. You know. So I'm practicing what you're talking about right now. I just whatever, dude. Do what you got to do.
Yeah, it is.
That's all you can do.
Yeah, I go to double winners meetings for that exact reason because I know that I absolutely have zero control over another human being, and it's such a hard lesson to learn.
My sponsor's been telling me to go to those for 3.5 years.
Well,
really?
Wait till you experience some real fucking trauma in your sobriety, and then you will go.
I'm on my way.
You did.
Maybe I'm on my way.
We don't know.
You're on your way. Well, we know. Just kidding. Okay, so you got a sponsor that your sponsor had been through this before, or your sponsor it was
or the guys around
it was
you.
Just somebody else.
I think he like has been around it before, so and he knew me before I even knew this girl or anything. So we had like a bond in Orange County. So I trusted him immediately. He showed up for me. He would come over once a week. We'd read the big book, and he was the only person I trusted. Yeah. So I finally got honest with him, and then I don't know, shit just started changing. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I don't know how to explain it. I did what was told to me. Life started going really fast. I went to meetings every day. House managed.
Every day for how long?
Probably like a year straight. Yeah.
Every single day for a year?
Yeah, I went to a meeting every day for a year.
I don't know how people do that.
I was in love.
I know. I said I did 90 and 90, and Jimmy was like, oh no.
Yeah. But that was the thing, though. I didn't know anybody. It was like everyone I knew was new, and we were all just going to meetings. Like
when it worked.
When it worked, yeah. I wish I had that fire right now in my life to go to a meeting every day.
Why don't you have the fire?
Because I'm selfish. And I'm scared.
Because life gets lifey, and then you forget what worked.
100%.
Yeah.
Or you don't have that same desire.
Or if you want the truth, I got everything I wanted.
Yeah.
And then I settled.
It's not bad enough yet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
With the emotional relapse or,
Well, and also, I mean, we go to a meeting every single day to get our life back. Mm-hmm. And I like when people share about how, you didn't get sober to like live your life in AA.
Yeah.
And I feel like, yes, like if you're going through a really hard time, like sure, maybe going to a meeting, every day would help. But I don't think that that's like what we all should be doing every day.
Well, that's not what I wanted to do. No. And that's what scared me when people were like, oh, you have to be in AA the rest of your life forever, doing meetings every day. And people do that, and that's okay, but I don't like doing that.
Yeah.
How many meetings do you go to a week?
3.
Me too.
Okay.
It's a good number.
And this is 4. We're 1 or 2 gather.
Yeah.
Bitch, there you go. 4 meetings. How many do you go to?
2 to 3.
2 to 3.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I think that's I think that's a very healthy balance.
And sometimes it goes down to 1, and then I go back to 3.
Yeah.
It's just I never had the no meetings for weeks,
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because we are now all at the stage of our sobriety where, like, you feel irritable, restless, and discontent, and you're like, you gotta go to a meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think at this point where I'm at today, what I'm going through as a whole is like the emotional sobriety.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? It's like life, every area of my life is different, and I'm sitting in it, and I don't know how to deal with it. Yeah. So I'm just like, I wouldn't say like I'm doing the best I've ever done, you know what I mean? But I'm like learning more about like how I can connect to something rather than someone. Because that's been like, I'll be honest, the first 3.5 years I've relied on everyone else to like
Get you
all these guys I've met, all these meetings I went to, and then I moved to the other side of the country and I don't have anybody but myself, and I'm like, holy fuck, I'm crazy.
Yeah.
You know, like I live alone, and I'm like, this is all I ever wanted, and I'm fucking miserable.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, that's where for me, like that's the dynamic I'm in. Is like, I'm really trying to find a God now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I talked a big game for a long time about God and my connection with God, and now that life is really showing up for me, it's like, shit.
It's a spiritual program.
Really connected.
Yeah.
That I just.
It's easy. I mean, Orange County's a bubble.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's easy to bounce off of these meetings and show good face and like do the same thing every day because it's so fucking like it's just everywhere here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Absolutely.
You're right. And then my sponsor tells me that I just walk in, sign autographs, say hi, and leave.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh. He goes, you're fucking lazy and selfish. You need to help other people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I moved right when I moved to Tampa. I didn't do one thing that I planned on doing.
Really?
No, I mean, I showed up.
What was the plan?
The plan was to like, I'm gonna fucking become a circuit speaker, and I'm gonna go to all these meetings.
Sell meth in a trailer.
Yeah.
That's what you do in Florida, right?
It was harder than I thought.
Yeah.
You know, completely stripping my life for everything, but I did it for a good reason, for my kid, so.
And your son lives there.
Yeah, he lives there, so.
Well, that's a good reason to be.
They had just moved there as well.
Yeah.
And so Jonathan was like, obviously that was like the whole goal was to be close to your kid.
She took him to Texas, and then I traveled once a month to see him the second weekend of every month on Saturday, Sunday. I did that for 3 years. And I got to see him 2 days out of the month, and then now I have him all the time.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to just show up, be a dad, and just control this as much as I can, and I completely forgot about like what I need to do to like fix me, you know? So I've been a little bit off.
So what are you going to do?
Well, I'm doing it now.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so I got a men's meeting I go to, I got sponsees, I'm like,
oh, that's good.
Trying to put myself out there.
You're trying to do what you did in the beginning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Back to the basics.
Did you keep the sponsor that you have out here?
I tried to change sponsors, and it was a horrible idea, so I went back.
Really?
I went back to...
Why is that?
So I don't have the same sponsor that I had when I first got sober. So I changed sponsors when I got 7 months, and then that's my guy, you know? I don't know. He just knows me better than anyone.
Yeah.
And it was hard. I got a new sponsor in Florida who was from, like, New York, and he was just an asshole, and I was like, fuck this guy. You know? Like, you don't know me.
Yeah. He was telling you things you didn't want to hear, probably. Too.
Yeah.
Yeah, my sponsor moved across the country as well, and everyone always asks me, like, are you going to get a new sponsor? I'm like, I don't know if I want to. Like,
why would a sponsor need to live next to you?
Right, exactly. Yeah.
I don't understand that.
Yeah, I agree. And she's been with me for 7.5 years now. I'm like, she literally does know me better than anyone else. And her direction has always worked for me. And I think that's so incredibly important. Like, because I had like 5 different sponsors before I found her.
Yeah.
And it was like, I had some, the direction just didn't work. And I think that that's why AA is so beautiful, is because, you know, if you find somebody that is like not your cup of tea, there's always going to be somebody else out there that is, that will give you the right direction that suits you best.
Yeah.
Like those like crazy people are like, you need to go to a meeting every single day. You need to call me at this time every single day.
Here's a 50-page packet.
Oh, yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
Call me when it's done.
Right. And then there's other people that are like very loving and hold your hand for everything. And it's a totally different experience. And then you're like, oh, wait, this is just all I needed, because of like probably your childhood trauma of like what really is something that you need to stay sober.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Well, and it's case by case too.
Yeah, for sure.
Everyone's different.
Exactly.
That's
why every sponsor is different.
Yeah, I do this thing that's not recommended in sobriety.
Tell us. We like hearing stuff like that.
I put myself into these, you know, heavy amounts of pain.
Yes.
Until I'm like, okay, I need help.
I think everyone does that.
Yeah, but
wave the white flag.
Yeah. I do it a lot. I do it, you know, especially moving. I've kind of been like isolating. You know, I work from home, which has been great until I moved.
Right.
And then I'm like, oh shit, I don't know anybody. I don't need to leave my house now.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
so
Not that you don't need to. You don't even have anyone holding you accountable.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know that you're
Exactly.
isolating while you're out there.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
so
I'm 3 hours ahead.
and your Instagram looks nice and fun. And
So everyone that's JMO's friend, he's isolated at home.
yeah.
Please check in with him.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
But you're going to meetings now and
Yeah.
you're making new friends.
Yeah, I got
friends or just sponsees.
No, I made some friends. Yeah.
Okay, good.
I found a men's meeting that is the best meeting I've ever been to.
Really?
Yeah. It's so good. Yeah.
Why is that? What makes it different?
The traditions. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Just like it's just authentic. It's not like a speaker meeting. But it's a meeting with 200 guys where it's 15-minute share and then participation.
Oh.
So
okay.
like
That's the best. I like
Yeah.
the best is that. I
Yeah.
like that.
I hate speaker meetings.
And I don't know, Tampa AA it's like old school AA, so it's very welcoming. It's not
No clapping.
no clapping,
Mhm.
but like if you're new, you're getting fucking surrounded.
Yeah.
But
That's
it doesn't
good.
matter.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
I just said I moved here from Orange County, and then that's when it all started.
Yeah.
I got a phone list. People were taking me out to dinner.
Oh.
So yeah.
And
It's
you
cool.
really feel like you're new again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt like the
100%.
new guy again, but I didn't
Yeah.
want to do any of the work.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
so,
scary. I feel like
It's
that's
so
when
scary.
people fall off.
Yeah, it's the hardest thing I had to do in the sobriety was move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the hardest things is moving and personal relationships.
Mm.
Yeah,
You know?
I have that thought all the time. Like, fuck Orange County. I don't want to be here anymore. I want to move to like
I'm not doing
Nashville or wherever.
Zoom podcast? No.
But I always have that thought of like what I have found here in the community I have here. Like to lose that, like I feel like I'd probably drink again. Like that
Yeah.
scares me.
Yeah.
It scares me out of because I've seen it happen to so many people.
Mhm.
They move away, they stop going to meetings, and then all of a sudden they're back to doing what they were doing before.
So then you finally were not a selfish prick and moved because of your son.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I was tired of not seeing him.
Yeah.
That's
So-
nice. I like that.
And he's only 3, so it's like,
Would you have moved to Texas?
yeah, that was the plan. And then she hit me with Florida last minute, and I was like, fuck.
I'd rather move to Florida than Texas.
Yeah,
I
me
got
too.
sober in Florida.
Yeah.
You know?
And when JMO told me he was moving to Tampa, I was like, move to St. Pete. That's where I got sober. And the AA there is amazing.
Yeah, St. Pete's.
How
sick.
far is that from Tampa?
I'm like
30 minutes.
Yeah, 30 minutes.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, it's like the cutest city ever.
It's
AA
dope.
there is amazing.
It's dope.
I went back there last year and I like still was able to go see my old sponsor and like the women in that meeting still remembered me and I was only there for like 6 months. So
That's sick.
it was pretty, 9 years ago and they still remembered me. I was
Yeah.
like, that's so cool. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like people here, they're so busy running around meeting new people every single day, they would never remember me.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it was pretty cool. So let's get back into your first year.
First year. Let's do
Okay, so you were not with baby mama.
it. Not with baby mama.
What were you like going to meetings, like seeing other girls?
Were you a hoe?
Yes. Yeah, I at 5 months sober,
I can tell you're a hoe.
yeah.
I can.
He knows me too well.
I don't know.
But I did get wrapped up with one girl when I first got sober who had more time than me. She 13-stepped me.
How much time did she have?
I'm not too sure. She claimed she had a bunch of time, but then that time turned to 0 days pretty quick. So
No.
yeah, she got loaded. But yeah, I did everything they tell you not to do.
Right.
I got my throat tattooed. I got in a relationship. I house managed.
Yeah.
Fucking don't house manage.
No
Yeah.
serious life. They say not to do any big life decisions.
Yeah.
Those are all life decisions.
All big life.
Yeah.
I was actually on probation too. I was on probation in Orange County, which was fucking terrible. So yeah, I don't know. I was just ducking and dodging, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And staying busy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
So, so how much time did you have when you started dating? 5 months?
5.5 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what happened?
I slid in her DMs on Instagram, I think. and then it was a beautiful thing for and then it was just pain.
For 2 days.
No, it was like 2 years.
Oh, 2 years?
Yeah, it was like 2 off and on for like 2 years. Yeah.
No way.
And then it was not.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then she got loaded after the 2 years?
Yeah, she got loaded. I tried to save her and fix her, and then it just pretty much fizzled off of that.
But, like, not right away into your relationship, or pretty much right away into your relationship?
Like 9 months into our relationship.
She got loaded.
Yeah.
And you stayed sober?
I stayed sober, yeah.
That's crazy.
So did that fuck you up?
Yeah, it fucked me up. I was like, wait, well, I didn't know how to handle it.
So you went into a meeting, shared about it, talked to your sponsor?
Yeah. Did the exact opposite of what my sponsor suggests me.
Which is no contact?
What was the suggestion?
I stayed with her.
Oh, he told you to break up with her?
No, he's never told me to break up with anybody, but he suggested that this was going to blow up in my face. And it did. But she let me use her car when she went to RT Residential.
Oh my God.
So it was a win-win.
Yeah. I don't even have a driver's license.
Still?
Yeah, still. It's all...
Because of court stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
And my shit has been fucked up for a long time, but I'm good now. I'm cleared to get it. I have to get my permit first, though.
Oh my God! Back to being a little baby. Mm-hmm. Holy crap!
We're gonna be skirting soon.
Yeah, that's fine. You're doing it.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of crazy stuff has happened. The first year of sobriety, I got in the relationship. Mm-hmm. I have a kid on the way.
Oh my God!
I lost custody of that kid after he was born.
Why?
She took him to Texas. Yeah.
And that makes you lose custody?
I mean, I lost pretty much any backbone I had to stand on, you know what I mean?
Well, and in Texas it's different too. Yeah. It's like you don't live here, so it's like...
Did she have the baby here or in Texas?
Here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was living in San Clemente whenever he was born.
Okay.
That was cool.
Were you there for
I was there.
the birth? Okay.
Yeah, it was weird.
And it was like, oh my God, this is... Do you think she was upset that you were in a relationship with someone?
I don't know if she knew.
Oh, it's a secret.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, so you were keeping secrets?
No, we just didn't talk like that.
Oh,
I went from no contact.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then, but her, I will say this: the amends process saved mine and her relationship.
Yeah.
Now she's like the homie, and we talk all the time. It's all about Rowan. It was very tough for a long time. Whenever I'd go out to Texas to see him, she would bring him over, and we wouldn't fucking talk, and I would just hang out with him, and she would sit on the couch.
Yeah.
And then I showed up, I fucked up a lot in the sobriety, and I've made a lot of mistakes, but the one thing I've done is I've showed up.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Yeah. You're there for
all and as with your son, with AA, with other people, with your sponsees.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's all about consistency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you made her feel safe.
Yeah.
In that relationship with him, which is very big.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing I truly was consistent with in this sobriety was Rowan. If I'm being honest,
Which makes sense considering that's the reason that you stuck it out with sobriety.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
Yeah.
Did you ever want to be a dad?
Yeah, of course I wanted to be a dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I don't want to be a mom, so.
Yeah.
I feel like some people just don't want that for their life. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if that was something that was always in you and then it happened, it was like, oh, here's my purpose.
Yeah, I wanted to be married and stuff though. I wanted to do it the right way, not strung out on methamphetamine in a 1-bedroom apartment in fucking downtown Phoenix.
Yeah.
Oh my God, were you by Krusty's? You know what that is?
Yeah.
The strip club,
Yeah.
Christie's?
Yep.
Oh my God.
Christie's Cabaret.
How did you know?
My brother worked there.
Your brother? Oh, as trans?
No, he's gay though.
His
name's Jimmy.
Really?
No.
Why did you just disclose that now?
I don't know. You made me uncomfortable.
You have a gay brother named Jimmy.
Yeah, I do.
No wonder you guys are clicking so hard.
Well, that's why he was kind of
we don't have a good relationship, so you're kind of...
You don't have?
Nuh-uh.
Oh, why? What happened?
He's mean.
He's like catty gay?
Yeah.
He's not like me.
No.
I'm cool and
Yeah.
I'm cool.
Yeah.
No, I went there. I worked for L'Oreal, and I worked there, and I didn't know the area, and I got a hotel next to there because it was cheap. And that's
What is Krusty's?
Krusty's is a strip club named Christie's Cabaret.
Yeah.
But okay, let me tell you really quick. I went to L'Oreal. A couple people were from Phoenix, and I told them, they're like, let's go to dinner. I just met them. I'm like, yeah. They're like, we'll pick you up. I'm like, okay, I'm at this hotel. They're like, you're by Krusty's? They're like, why would you get a hotel? I'm like, I don't know. It was the cheapest one. And that's how I figured out. My good friend lives there, and she told me, why did you get a hotel by Krusty's?
Oh my God.
Small
a
world.
mess. I love that.
Yeah.
Well, I've always heard Arizona is,
A shithole.
yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's actually really good now.
No, it's not.
Well, where my friends live is good.
Where do they live? Like Scottsdale?
Like Tempe, Scottsdale.
Tempe, Scottsdale are fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm from the west side, so it's not that.
What's that?
The west side, like west.
Like the Mexican side?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Because I know they told me that. I'm not trying to make it.
But no, Tempe, Arizona is dope.
Yeah.
It's dope.
Yeah.
One, it's getting better and better, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so you were in the relationship and sorry, I keep trying to bring it back. But so you were in the relationship and she ends up getting loaded. You somehow stay sober through all of it.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think that you were able to stay sober through that? Because as a sponsor, I'm sure when people tell you like, oh, get into a relationship in your first, or I want to get into a relationship in my first year, you're probably directing them that it's a bad idea because I don't know about you, but I've seen so many sponsees get into a relationship in their first year and go out over it.
Yeah.
So how did you stay sober through it?
I don't really know. I don't know the answer to that. I don't, because like I'll never forget the last night I got loaded. You know what I mean? It was like the worst night of my life.
Yeah.
Like it was really bad, and I don't know. I just I never wanted to be the guy that goes out over a relationship. You know what I mean? Because I've never been good at them. Yeah. So like, all I know is bad relationships. So why would I I don't know. It just, I don't know. I think my sponsor that I have now, he really like helped and guided me, and I don't know. I just staying consistent and just going to AA when I needed to. You know? Yeah. I mean, I can say, looking back, I mean, God has been working in my life the whole time.
Absolutely.
And I take it for granted when I'm in the moment, and I can't then I can't be like, oh, God's going to keep me sober. You know what I mean? Because that's never really been my mindset. I'm not one to like talk about God all the time. It's just not who I am, you know? Because, I don't know.
When I think it comes within,
Yeah.
It comes within, and for me, it's through other people.
Yeah.
And also they say I believe is that it doesn't, like, how people like, don't do this, don't do that. In a sense, you can do whatever the fuck you want, but it's a 50-50 chance. And by me telling you that, why would you pick 50 chance dead, 50 chance sober?
Yeah.
And that's the alcoholism, you know what I mean? So like, you picked that knowingly. I'm telling you what might happen.
Yeah.
That's what we need to look at, you know?
Yeah,
definitely.
Why are you willing
picking
to
black?
risk it all?
Yeah, you're picking.
Because I think it's like, I know for myself, I know better. It's not going to happen to me.
Oh, yeah.
The Delulu.
Yeah, I can defy the odds.
Oh,
you know?
yeah. Don't you know that we're really in love?
Or I have 15 lives. And a gay brother.
Oh, I love it. That's so good. So, okay. Well, I mean, for me, I want to make sure that you're doing all of the things now, which it sounds like you are. I think you're going to therapy.
Yeah, I started therapy.
Oh, yeah. He reached out to me because, like I said, that's where I got sober. And
because Breezy's the therapy queen.
I am. I literally would have died this past 3 days if I was not.
It's
therapy.
funny, but I agree.
Dear God, that woman has saved my life. But I mean, like for me, I love AA so much, but there's still so much sickness in it. Like, and I know we were talking before filming this episode, like when you're going through shit, like most of the time people just come up and say like really stupid things that are not helpful whatsoever when you're in the thick of it, especially at meetings. Yeah. That like even now when I'm sharing about what's going on with me, I have to literally be at the end of my share, be like, and do not come up to me and offer any sort of like advice. Don't give me the stupid fucking sayings of like God only gives you what you can handle and like all of that bullshit. I don't need to fucking hear it. And like My therapist doesn't do that to me, so that's why I'm sticking in therapy. But
That's why I was talking about the emotional sobriety.
exactly,
you know?
And that's kind of why I was leading on to that.
I hit like an emotional bottom.
Yeah.
And now I'm like really trying to dive into deep on like some of the behavior patterns that are outside of like alcoholism.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and it all stems from childhood shit regardless.
Yeah.
Like there is a
You
reason.
always have to look back.
There is always a reason. Like I get there are people, those weird people in AA that are like, oh, my childhood was amazing. But for the most part, we all had a lot of trauma.
Oh, yeah.
And like it led to us drinking and using for a fucking reason.
Yeah.
And if you don't focus on like what that type of stuff is and you don't do that work, like you're fucked.
Yeah.
Totally fucked.
Yeah, I'm sensitive, dude.
Same.
I'm so sensitive.
Literally same.
I'm a very sensitive guy. I don't look like it, but I am.
I am too. Remember, we're all sensitive.
Are we? Huh?
Alcoholics are sensitive.
We were all talking
like
about
that is
crying.
why.
We should all cry right now.
We should all cry. I love it.
Yeah.
So one thing that we like to ask people is like, what was one thing that you heard in your first year that you feel like has stuck with you, like throughout your sobriety, that you kind of, in those dark times, it kind of always gets you back?
Oof, that's a good question. Probably. Ugh, damn, on the spot.
I know, I'm sorry.
You should have texted me this earlier.
We don't like texting people that.
Yeah, that's like
It's like something you do on the
something
fly.
that like you really feel. Like
So, I mean, one thing that's always stuck out to me is I always had this like fear of like speaking and sharing at meetings and stuff. And one person told me right before I was like gonna do like a lead one time. He's like, "Hey man, you already did the hard stuff. Now you just gotta talk about it." And for me, I have a hard time talking about the hard stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a good one.
that is
So-
really good.
So I just know that like when I keep my mouth closed, I'm not helping someone or
Yeah.
helping myself. And
Yeah.
that's my go-to. It's like, you know, unless like I'm close to you, then I'm like, it's all about me. You know what I mean? But like surface level, like I tell you one thing to present one way of how I want you to see me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people do that. So I don't know. I just am trying now to be more honest with what the fuck's going on with me,
Yeah.
so I can help someone and help myself.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a really
Is that
good
good?
answer. That's
Yeah,
a
that's
beautiful
perfect.
That was from
answer.
the core.
And that's why we don't like preparing people for that.
Exactly.
That was
exactly.
straight up from the core.
Yeah, so that's why I can't give you any notice on that. Is there a certain character defect that you're working on right now?
Oh, come on. A lot.
Because a lot of people think when you have time, all of a sudden you're like
new ones come
so
up.
healthy.
But that comes with emotional sobriety.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I'm working on right now. And
Yeah.
that's, you know, like insecurity, you know, things are going on in my life where I'm feeling insecure about myself and how I look and just all that shit, you know.
Yeah.
And I think full circle, just, you know, being more consistent. I need to, I've kind of rested on my laurels and got a little bit lazy. And then, just being more consistent.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, and mine is similar.
Yeah.
Is I gained weight and I did all this stuff and I got off of I'm testosterone for medical reasons and I had to get off of that to do surrogacy. So then but then I'm like all down on myself and I'm like, I haven't worked out in a year. Mm-hmm. So like I'm lazy. Mm-hmm. I'm not eating well. So I have to really like do an inventory.
Yeah.
Of like, why am I because you I like getting stuck where it's bad until I have to I'm 500 pounds and I have to do something. You know what I mean? Like what you said, so mine is the same.
Yeah.
And I have to really the first step is showing up to the gym.
Yeah. That's so cute. Okay, so our final question for those that are maybe hopefully in their first year, because that's, our demographic, that's who we're trying to reach. What advice would you give someone in their first year right now?
Have all the fun.
Ooh, but not too much fun.
Have all the fun, dude.
Because then life gets lifey.
Yeah.
This is the best time in sobriety. It really is.
Enjoy that you don't have
Yeah.
all this crazy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Have all the
Stay
fun.
in the moment.
Yeah.
That's good.
That is a good one.
Because if I didn't have fun my first year, I wouldn't have stayed sober.
I would have left.
One of my sponsors actually told me that.
Yeah.
She was like, literally make sure you're just always having fun. I
Yeah.
forgot that piece of advice, so thanks for the reminder.
Yep.
All right, well, thanks so much, JMO, for
Thanks for
joining
coming.
us.
Thanks for
I'm kind of sad you
And-
didn't have gay sex.
Well, on that note, I'm Breezy.
I'm Jimmy.
And we
We
are
are
Sober
Sober
Disclosure. Woo!
Okay, quit the act. This episode is brought to you by Light Salon, Orange County's premier destination for expert hair color. At Light Salon, we specialize in creating stunning custom color transformations that highlight your natural beauty. Owned and operated by passionate, sober stylists, we bring authenticity, creativity, and precision to every client experience. Light Salon.